course. Alright, let's get started here. Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah, really bad. Really bad stuff here. This might have to be a swap. I mean, I would swap over, like, my current idea is that I should swap over these things. Or sort of what I've been playing with is that I should swap over these things. Yeah. I guess we need to talk about choose a colorless. I mean, or we just need to talk about, like, max HP plus 6, and we just say, like, okay, well, we're gonna take a non-bonus. I mean, I can tell you the path that I want to take. The path that I want to take is, like, here, 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 going to this elite, going to the spicy elite, going to either this late elite or this late shop, depending on what we've seen. That's what I want to do. The problem is that gets 0 removals, which I don't like at all. And definitely assumes that we're gonna get some good stuff here in order to be able to take these elites. The majority of Crown Watcher wins. It's true, yes. And yeah, no, that's also not an argument for swapping. Yeah, lose all gold for choose a rare is just incredibly inconsistent. Like, even if it's Vault Scrawl Lesson Learned, I mean, Lesson Learned probably good, right? But, you know, not Vault Scrawl Lesson Learned, you're just in terrible shape. Alright, so let's look at the colorless cards. Let's look at the colorless cards. Okay, so we have Bandage Up, Blind, Dark Shackles, Deep Breath, Discovery, Dramatic Entrance, Enlightenment, Finesse, Flash of Steel, Forethought, Good Instincts, Impatience, Jack of All Trades, Madness, Mind Blast, Panacea, Panic Button, Purity, Swift Strike, Trip. So cards which I would consider to be positive. I think Trip is probably positive. I think Swift Strike is probably positive. That's 2. I think Flash of Steel. I mean, Flash of Steel has to be positive. That's 3. Finesse. I mean, it's not good against Knob, but other than Knob, I guess it's okay. We'll call it 4. It's very, very marginal. Dramatic Entrance, I don't really like at all. Deep Breath is probably positive. We'll call that 5. Dark Shackle is probably positive. We'll call that 6. So, like, 6? Yeah, I mean, the colorless choice is just so bad here. Huge part of the community, myself included, we're not taking Watcher seriously until the streak started to pick up, and you've done such a great job at reintroducing her to the community, canon of STS, and I appreciate the work. Thank you. Yeah, this is choose a colorless is only the uncommon colorless. It's not rare colorless. The rare colorless choice is always on this option for a downside. I mean, I think this is a boss swap. I think this is a boss swap. Is this the worst choice of the streak? Oh, Slay the Relics is working? Pog. Wait, can you skip the colorless card? I actually don't know. I actually don't know if you can skip the colorless card. Yeah, I mean... Oh, God. Augers. Oh, my God. That's so good. Yeah, I mean, this just does absolutely nothing, right? This is like completely trash, right? Max HP plus 6, just totally awful. Does nothing. Literally, like, completely just, yeah, just does absolutely nothing. Lose all gold for choose a rare is, like, you know, unless we're getting, like, exactly lesson learned, vault, or scrawl out of this, it's probably very negative. Yeah. Yes, anti-time. Yeah, I mean, listen, the vast majority of times when you click the boss swap button, it's not that bad. What about Wish? Wish is a terrible card. Wish is a completely awful card. Yeah. It's just very bad. Oh, God. I don't want to. I don't want to, but, I mean... My current idea... I mean, I have to go with what I believe. And what I believe is that if these options are all garbage, the average of boss swap has to be better. The question, the real question which we have to ask ourselves is taking what is essentially nothing, right? Because max HP plus 6 is essentially nothing. Is taking what is essentially nothing better than boss swap? That's what we have to ask ourselves. Are there boss relics that just end the run? No. No. There aren't any boss relics that just end the run. I mean, the crazy thing is you can click this button and, like, instantly win the run. Or you can click this button and all of a sudden the run gets much more difficult. I mean, right now I'm just trying to psych myself up. Because it's difficult to make a choice where after you make the choice, it's really difficult to click on this button when you're on a 28 streak. Choker's weird, Ecto's weird, Crown is weird, Sozu's weird. Yes, there are a lot of things that are very weird here. Oh my goodness. Flower. Thanks for the 10 gift subs. Hit some good names in there. Thank you so much. Do the winning. Yeah, we'll try. This is not the ideal start. I mean, okay, let's maybe talk about the map a little bit here. The map is at least pretty good. We have, like, triple fight, double question mark, fire option for elite, into another fire, into option for spicy elite, or another fire, into, like, late shop option. Like, there's, touch the sub. And then, like, this path isn't even that bad. There's no way to take more than 3 elites in the act. I do value getting the spicy elite out of the way early, if possible. And we can take a very conservative path through the act, if we need to. And thanks for the gift to Anti-Time. It is possible to take a very conservative path through the act, which I think does probably speak for boss swap. We also do have, like, you know, again, options to take early shops, which I like. And Prometheus, thanks for the gifty. Sweeter than cane sugar. That's an apt description. Yeah, I mean, I think we just have to rip the Band-Aid here. I hate it. I hate it. But all right, let's pet the crap out of this thing. I need your energy, guys. I need all of us to pet this freakingly whale. Oh, because I want something good here. Please, please. We're gonna just, yep. You're very nice. You're very nice. Pet. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Don't do me dirty. I believe in you. Come on now. Come on now. Alright. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Common Relic Gaming. Oh my goodness. That's just... Never punished. Whoo, baby, that feels good. Look at that. Look at that. The Merle special. Command updates. It's not a high roll if you pet the whale. Exactly. Oh, boss swap confirmed best Neo option. Running hot. Oh god. Alright. Okay. So yeah, very clearly Pyramid is completely insane. We always talk about it. Pyramid's super good, but let's not Squid pro quo. Oh my god. Oh my god, please. That's disgusting, and I love it. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Whale. I appreciate you. Slay the Relic says it's pure water. Yeah, I think that's a bug with Slay the Relics. I love how the worst Meow screen turns into the best Meow screen. Okay. All right. That was already an emotional roller coaster. Okay. So, while removes are simultaneously more and less important when you swap into Pyramid, I think we should still go for the spicy elite here. Prometheus, thanks for the other gift sub, and congratulations to Zackles. That swap deserves another gift sub. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I still think that we should probably go for the Spicy Elite here. Spicy Elite on a 3 Elite path, I like a lot, and then, you know, potentially we'll be at a point where going to this shop is going to be much better than going here. Generally speaking, the removes are super important because you need to be able to play strikes alongside Eruption, but with Pyramid, it's less important. So, yeah, I think we can pretty easily go here, and even keeping some defense in the deck actually does have merit with Pyramid, because of the fact that, like, the early turns are the only ones that are actually harmful to you. What's up, Jerry? How's it going? Yep. Pogamid is here. So, yeah, we could head to this early shop, but we could also just head to this shop and get an upgrade. Like we'd give up on a couple of upgrades, but it'll just depend on what we see here, I think. Yeah. Let's start. Okay, Empty Fist, Weave, or Tranquility. Empty Fist is a card that I would normally be very excited to take on floor 1. However, with Pyramid, it's almost as though Empty Fist is losing a little bit of stock here. Imagine dealing 44 damage in a turn on floor 1. Yeah. It definitely loses a bit of stock. Not saying it's like we probably still pick it here, but we certainly could probably get away with not picking it. What I really want here is stuff that's gonna increase our output significantly. And Empty Fist, I mean, Empty Fist does 9 damage instead of 6 damage, so yes, it does that. And it also upgrades to deal 14, which is pretty good. Yeah, I don't really think that Tranquility is that great, generally speaking. It does 14 damage upgraded. Yeah, it does 14 damage upgraded, which is, of course, like, you know, pretty gross, right? We all know that this is like, quite disgusting. But I mean, we're also playing Pyramid, and we do have a Stance Manipulator already. Does Pyramid mean that we are strong enough that we can just skip Empty Fist? I think the answer is probably yes, honestly. I just want stuff that's better than this. This is like, this is good, but Pyramid makes it so much worse. So much worse. So yeah, I mean, I don't think that we need to take it, especially when we can take a more conservative path through the act if we need to. We actually triple defend here, I think. Okay, in the case that we triple defend... Well, yeah, we can just Vigilance defend next turn, most likely. If they both attack again. Which, of course, they do. Okay, attack potion is great. Prostrate, cut through fate, crush joints. Crush joints, by the way, gets a lot better with Pyramid. Cut through fate gets worse, but is still not bad. Prostrate also gets a lot better. Panacea, thank you so much for the very nice raid. Hope that your stream went well. I was unfortunately sleeping through most of it. Kaka! How many wins did you end up with? We have just swapped into a common relic here. So, yeah, this run was off to a terrible start because we had to click swap, and then instantly we were rewarded because we swapped into the common relic. 5 in 14 hours. Nice. Whoa, someone, thanks for the sub, and the 10 months. Wow. Insane. Feel sick now, though? Yeah, that's how I felt, when when I first, so when I did my first challenge, I felt quite sick. Okay. So let's talk about these options. Cut Through Fate right now currently represents an ability to redraw. I mean, I think this is probably just Cut Through Fate. Even on Pyramid, Cut Through Fate's really good. It synergizes well with Pyramid because you want to be drawing, like, if we get vaults or scrawls, you want to be able to draw into those ASAP. It also synergizes well with Pyramid because we're really incentivized to take, like, flurries and other low-cost cards, and Cut Through Fate helps us draw into those. It's pretty decent manipulation, and we should probably take it here for that reason. Crush Joints does give us a lot more in terms of scaling damage, but we don't have the miracle to trigger this, so I think it gets a lot worse from that perspective, and also, of course, Crush Joints is demanding an upgrade, whereas Cut Through Fate is not. But yeah, I felt pretty sick the first time I did it. The first time I did the one live an hour ago. Yeah, we did a lot of discussing Reddit, and it's good. I had a really, like, nice and a nice back and forth with Jorbs about some stuff, and I think it's interesting to talk about. Did you lose or just started? Yeah, just started. Yeah. We almost lost. We almost swapped into Crown, but we swapped into Pyramid instead. I'm, of course, playing very well. I'm on a hot streak, and swapping into Pyramid is just pretty much expected at this point. So yeah, I think Cut Through Fate is pretty solid here. Prostrate also, like, could genuinely be taken, but I like Cut Through Fate. Alright, so this guy never attacks next turn. We always kill this guy next turn. Oh, okay, or apparently this guy does attack. What a gamer. We can kill this guy and block for 5, but we can also... Wait, can we kill this guy and then block? Or no? The strikes do 9 each, and eruption costs 2. We have 5 energy. So, no, we can't really do that. What we could potentially do is we could try to cut into Vigilance here. There's a 1 in 5 that we cut into Vigilance. And if we cut into Vigilance, then we can play Eruption. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. So I think we just are gonna play, like, defend here. Take our 4. That's our rare card with Pyramid, by the way. We could have taken Prostrate and had a Divinity, deck. Yeah, we didn't want to take 5 there because we could take 4, and then we were guaranteed not to get attacked the next turn because the Gray Slime can't do the 10 attack twice in a row, or 3 times in a row rather. So we're guaranteed not to get attacked, so it was just better to take 4 instead of 5. Yeah, I mean, we're already really good against sentries. We have attack potion for Nob and Laga. We're vibing here. We don't need this garbage. Okay, World of Goop. World of Goop, I mean, we certainly take this. And now I'm wondering, with taking this, maybe we want to go shopping now? I could definitely see shopping here. It gives up on an upgrade. It means we have to fight an elite and an advanced hallway with eruption being unupgraded. But it also means that our deck is going to be stronger in those, like, on average, spending 225 or 220 gold at a shop here is going to be much better than going to a question mark, right? And ideally, we don't want to go to this shop, and we probably want to go to a shop in this act. It would be a shame to end the act and yeah, not go to the shop. So I think we go to the shop here. We have the attack potion, so this is never really a threat. Question mark shop trust? Yeah, I mean, if this was guaranteed question mark shop, then yeah, obviously, but it's not. So yeah, and if we feel like really bad, we can always skip this. It shouldn't be that much of a deal. Oh my. So bag pyramid is insane. We missed out on sundial, which sucks. We have to choose between bag and like membership card remove. Yeah. Yeah, all the relics, please. Indeed. Oh my god, we could have had 2 prostrates and a prey by now. Wallop's also pretty sick. But probably, like, less necessary. I think it's probably just membership card remove. Obviously the power here is not great. Yeah, I think we have to think long term. I would agree. Have you done it often? No. This is only the 4th time in 29 runs that I've boss swapped. Yeah, invest in credit card. And we can do this and remove, because remove goes to 38, so it would be 205, and we have 218. Really sucks about the bag of prep, though. I mean, we could probably take bag of prep here and win. And bag of prep pyramid is, like, an enormous combo. But you know what else is really good? Just, like, removing all your cards and then drawing, like, the same 5 cards every time on turn 1. But you will pick Scrawl. Yeah, we're gonna bottle Scrawl, and then bag of prep's not good anymore. Yeah, and I mean, with Pyramid, it's incredibly likely that we survive Act 1. Incredibly likely. I think it's probably still... Yeah, I mean, it's definitely still, like, 1 defend remove. Over a strike remove. And then we can start thinking about it. But certainly it's, like, 1 defend remove first. Okay, it is Egg Boy. We might have to use the attack potion in this fight. I mean, our deck is... Yeah, I mean, we could fit our entire deck in our hand here. So we're basically just playing the same turns over and over again. I mean, we just play a big open. We play, like, Eruption, Vigilance, Defend, Defend. We block for 18 2 turns in a row, and then we kill. That's just how this goes. Or I guess we play like Vigilance Defend 2 turns in a row is the idea. So we take 14 in the fight, 7 and 7. Or we can even play, no, we can play triple defend, right? Yeah, we can play triple defend. The question is, are we going to be able to kill? So we can play triple defend on one turn, so we're gonna take 12. Yeah, we take 5 and 7. Yeah, so we take 12 here. Assuming that we can get the kill here. So the most damage that we can do this turn, so he's at 114. The most damage that we can do this turn is 14. We just have to do the math on, because assuming we block full, so we do 14 plus 12 plus 12, which is 38. 114 minus 38. Let's just get the calculator here. Okay, so 76, and then we have to do 76 over 2 turns when we have, -2 strength on one of them. So I guess that just doesn't happen. So on the eruption turn, or on the okay, so 76 minus, well, this turn we're doing, it's 30. It's 38 plus 9, so it's 50. No, what is it? It's 38 plus 9 is 47. So minus 47, 29. So can we do 29 when we have -2 strength? We can't, right? Because this does 10, and these do 8 each. And that's only 26. So we have to... take 5 extra damage, or we can use the attack potion. You can play Eruption for 14 as well after minus strength. Yeah, but Eruption is 2 energy. So, essentially, in this fight, I mean, everything's guaranteed because of Pyramid. We are taking... If we use the potion, we actually have a chance to save more, but we're taking basically 17 here, minimally. Upgraded Eruption would have been nice here. Yeah, that's why the Eruption upgrade's really good. So yeah, so we would deal 29, and then this is 10 plus 8 plus 8, so it's 26. So we're 3 damage off. This guy can have 112 HP, by the way. We're 3 damage off, which means that we have to play a strike on one of the block turns. And yeah, I mean, to preserve the attack potion, we certainly do that. Wait a minute. We don't, right? We don't, right? Because the first turn... Well, no, because... No. So we can actually do... We're only taking 2 more, because instead of... So both turns will be Vigilance Defend. So the first turn we get attacked, we'll play Vigilance Defend. We'll block for 13, right? No, he's not stunned. Well, kind of. I mean, this is the stun thing, but it's yeah. Yeah, I'm mapping out the whole fight. So, because with Pyramid, you have the luxury of doing that. So, next turn, we play Vigilance Defend. We block 13, we take 7. The following turn, we play Eruption, which gets us out of Calm. And then we play Vigilance Defend. We block 13, we take 7. So we take 14 in the fight. And then the following turn we play Eruption, Cut, Strike, Strike, and then the following turn we play Cut, Strike, Strike. And that kills. Yeah, so this turn is Vigilance Defend. And this turn, we could play Defend, 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 block 15, but what we're going to do is we're going to play Eruption, Vigilance Defend, block only 13. And then this turn we have Eruption, Cut, Strike, Strike. And this turn we have Cut, Eruption for the kill. Okay, Ornamental Fan, pretty good. Halt. Definitely a consideration. With Pyramid, Halt is like free block. It's just huge block scaling for us, actually. It's like it. Yeah, I mean it's just like free block scaling. And super good block scaling too, right? Like, yeah. Protect is such a joke here. Protect is such a joke. Halt blocks for 12 and costs 0. Protect blocks for 12 and costs 2. Yeah, especially with the Cut Through Fate, I really don't mind a Halt here. It's very inoffensive, you know? Very inoffensive. And yeah, I think we definitely want to go after the Spicy Elite. Oh, this turn sucks. Wowzers, this turn is bad. Pyramid does not work with Establishment, correct. So we can kill one. I mean, we can block for 8 here and take 15. We can't play 3 attacks. We can... I mean, if we use the attack potion here, we say goodbye to the Spicy Elite, for sure. Like, there's no way that we take this if we use the attack potion here. No shot. Unless we get a potion that allows us to take it. Which, I mean, is pretty likely, right? Our potion chance is very high right now. We fought 1, 2, 3... This is our 4th... No, this is our 5th fight, and we've only seen 1 potion. Yeah, this is like the worst case scenario. They're not only are they all attacking, but they're all attacking for a huge amount of damage. Like 8 is the most that they can attack for, and obviously 7 is the second most. Discuss the streak. Yeah, I think we do attack potion here though. Losing this health is just too much. Okay, Sands of Time. Sands of Time does it here. We go Eruption, Strike, Halt, Sands, we take 0. Eruption here, Strike here, Halt, Sands here. Wait, no, this blocks for... This blocks for 12, we take 2. No, we take 0 because of fan. Okay, we get a fire potion. That's probably enough. These are really not what we're looking for, though. Really not what we're looking for. Fire potion is most likely enough so that we can take this. Do we need to take, like, bowling bash or wheel kick? I mean, we might just have to take wheel kick, which is, like, really weird and awkward. But, I mean, we have pyramid. We should be making every decision just so that we don't die. Because if we live, then the run wins, right? I need to, like, pull myself back, remember that we have pyramid. If we don't die, the run just wins, right? Like, we all know this. Yeah, I saw that post, Larlets. Whoa. Thanks for the prime sub, Delrin. I appreciate you. Any primers? Thanks for that follow, friend. Man, I wish we could look at the chest before deciding whether or not we wanted to go to the elite. Wheel kick, I think, gets a lot worse when you don't have the miracle. Even with pyramid, the miracle does a lot to smooth out Act 1. I mean, okay, so what's the nightmare here? The nightmare is sentries, I guess? Spicy knob. Like, the nightmare is like a max HP knob into bottom deck eruption, and then we just die. Like, if eruption, cut through fate are the bottom 2 cards of our draw pile, we just die, I think. Yeah, I mean, we've seen pretty bad card rewards. Like, the fact that we've seen 5 card rewards and the best stuff that we have is Cut Through Fate Halt is pretty disturbing. Right, alternatively, we could just go here, upgrade, take these fights, and then, like, either take the shop or take... well, we probably wouldn't take the shop, right? We'd probably just take the elite. Just, like, get a couple upgrades, take some fights, take the elite. None of these cards really meaningfully impact our ability to kill Hexaghost either. Isn't Bowling Bash auto-win versus Sentries? Yeah, I mean, kind of. That's sort of true. What we need right now, though, is, like, scaling damage, right? We haven't... The only scaling damage that we've been offered was Crush Joints, and, you know, maybe I should have taken Crush Joints. But yeah, I mean, I think we just, like, upgrade Eruption, upgrade Cut. We could take Wheel Kick and upgrade it. Wheel Kick on Pyramid is so weird, though. What's up, Galgon? How's it going? What if there were 3 Hexaghosts, indeed? Yeah, we have 120 gold right now, and by the time we get to here, we'll have, it's like 60 more, so we'll have like 180 gold to go to the shop. Not entirely unreasonable. Okay, so what's the decision here? The decision here is wheel kick or skip. And then do we go here, basically? Does wheel kick allow us to go here? Is, I think, a relevant question. I mean, we have 30 HP. The problem here is that if this fight goes poorly, and, you know, then there's some, you know, there's some questions, right? Yeah, I mean, we have Pyramid, right? As long as we're making it out of the act, like, we're probably winning the run. I don't think Wheel Kick actually does that much for us here. It's barely, like, 2 strikes deal 12 damage. Wheel Kick does 15. So it's, like, barely better than playing 2 strikes. Mori not bad. Makes question marks better later. We also got a ton of gold. So Strike actually upgrades for 3, and Cut Through Fate upgrades for 2. So maybe we actually want to... With this, Scry's more. Scrying more is probably better. So we could play 3 strikes here, or just defend. I think defend is just fine. Okay, here are some options. Wall Up, Lesson Learned, Empty Fist. I think it's pretty clearly Lesson Learned. Our whole deck being upgraded is going to be very good. And, yeah. Yeah, Lesson Learned, Lesson Learned, I mean, just like 3 upgrades going into Hexa, plus any decent card is probably going to solve that fight for us. And yeah, we have Pyramid. And with the Lesson Learned, I think we probably want the fights. Especially with Fairy and Fire Potion. Empty Mind. Empty Mind, not a ton of synergy with what we have right now. We don't have a 1-cost column source. Consecrate is probably actually much better with our current deck. But Empty Mind is so much better later on. The problem is that, yeah, we're gonna be, I mean, we're already very energy starved, right? Like, everything that our deck is doing is limited by how much energy we have, right? We can now upgrade all our base cards just before removing them. I mean, you joke, but, like, genuinely, it's actually, you know, pretty good to be doing what we're currently doing. Yeah, Empty Mind is like another way to... It's probably just good. I mean, it's Empty Mind, like you just click on it. And Liquid Bronze, I probably still like Fire Potion a little bit better for these two fights. I don't think we're gonna need help with Hexa. I mean, we shouldn't need help with Hexa. I think we're okay. As long as we get, like, one thing in these two fights that does something in Hexa, we're gonna be completely fine. And also, we're gonna be learning our lessons as well. Please don't attack me. Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Nice, got another strike upgrade, that's good. Oh my god, another Liquid Bronze. Okay, do we want to weave or a follow-up? Just to get a little bit of more damage in the deck, I do probably want to add one of these. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 real cards right now, so... Yeah, it's gonna be sort of difficult for us to go infinite with how behind we are on removals, but, you know, we can get Astrolabe, we can get, Pandora's Box, which we're more likely to do because we swapped. We also have membership cards, so it's much easier for us to get removes. We also don't have to worry about curses at all, so we're pretty much free to go to events whenever. So... yeah, we could go... So we have a lot of gold right now. We have 340 gold. So we could shop with 340, or we could go elite here. Yeah, follow-up's pretty good. It's kind of debatable whether or not follow-up or weave does more here. Because we do have the cut through fate, right? And weave is obviously quite nice with cut through fate. Like weave cuts itself. Weave cuts itself. What am I saying? Weave draws itself, right? Because we can cut like through it and then it'll come back. But yeah, follow-up's probably just better. Follow-up upgrade's also like very nice. I think we just need a little bit more oomph for Hexa, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I still want to keep the Fire Potion for the Elite here. Right, we need to talk about it, whether or not we're dead to Hexa. I don't think we're dead to Hexa, because we can block, right? Like, even on the big turns, we can actually block pretty decently here. I mean, Hexa has 250 HP, and you have, like, 9 turns to deal that damage, or something like that. I mean, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. I mean, the shop definitely helps us more against Hexa than this does. But, yeah, I mean, I think we're just fine. Okay, so here we go. Vigilance, Strike, Vigilance, Eruption. And we're gonna get some fan. So we could kill here with the fairy, but I'd rather, or with the fire. I mean, if we were gonna use fire, then we should have already used it, right? We have fairy. I'm not scared. Centennial Puzzle's quite nice, and Flurry or Sands. The deck is just getting big. Like, why is my deck getting so big with Pyramid? I mean, it's mainly just because I haven't actually seen the good stuff, right? Like, Flurry is probably fine here. I mean, we are getting to the point where we're not really able to play Eruption. Like, we need to be able to play Eruption basically every turn, right? It's important for us to be able to play Eruption every turn. Or close to it, right? Was there a better play? I know I'm playing really fast right now. Flurry's gotta be fine though, right? Like, it just has to be. We have Empty Mind, like, and Ornamental Fan. I mean, I'm not skipping Flurry. It's gotta be completely fine here. And certainly we upgrade into Hexa. Just a question of what. Vigilance is a decent upgrade. Halt's a really nice upgrade. Probably Halt, right? Halt blocks every time. Or, like, follow-up for damage. If we feel like we're worried about damage at all, it should probably be follow-up. Yeah, halt or follow. What's the most that we can block for in a turn right now? Like 18 plus 12? It's like 30? No. We have defend plus, so technically it's like 13, 21 plus 12 is 33. I can block for 33. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably just take the... Well, with Pyramid, maybe... Yeah, whatever, let's just do Halt. It's a big upgrade. Can maybe let us stay in Wrath in a turn. And we need to exhaust Ascender's Bane eventually anyway, so... And yeah, no reason to really not... No reason to not... Yeah, let's yeah, we'll scry the Strike. And we can keep follow-up because it's always free. We can use it next turn for Ornamental Fan. Trying so hard to learn Watcher since... Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. I'm glad that you like the stream. Yeah, I think most people who play are probably playing other characters. So strike lesson is 38. And he's currently on 38. 18 plus 20. 26 plus 12. Okay. Blasphemy Centennial Puzzle Synergy, by the way. Yeah, Strike Plus coming in clutch, indeed. Blasphemy is upgraded. Not wrong. Thanks for that follow, by the way, friend. Yeah, Blasphemy is upgraded. Very true. We do have a lot of base cards right now. We didn't really get removals, but I mean we have Pyramid and everything's upgraded, so yeah, I mean we're just in a good spot here pretty much. I would have liked to have seen a 1-cost comp card, but you know, you can't always get what you want. I don't really think we need any of this, honestly. Like, Deus Ex is just weird with Pyramid sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like any of this is actually that good. Yeah, we have membership card and 276 gold, so, like, we can go to Hella Shops in Act 2. Yeah, it is possible. If we had, like, Incense Burner, I would probably consider taking Blasphemy here, actually. But with no burner, I don't know. I mean, we just don't need it. We just straight up don't need it. Is that true? I mean, our deck doesn't deal that much damage. We're not incredible at dealing damage right now. But we'll get a lot better, right? We will get a lot better. Oof. Okay, so Sozu versus Philo. Yeah, it's probably just Philo. We have Odd Mushroom, which is really good against First Cycle Heart, so Philo gets... Yeah, no choice. No choice. Okay, so there's 3 elites with 2 early shops on the right-hand side, but, like, no question marks. And then there's, like, 3 elites here with, like, all question marks, which is kind of funny. But also probably fine. The only question mark that's bad for us is vampires. Everything else is just good. And we probably will get another shop along here anyway. We get to take the Spicy Elite. I'm super down to do this. It just kind of sucks that we're not going to get Lesson Learned procs, but we'll get them later. And we'll take 3 elites. And we don't really need fires because of Lesson Learned. Birding. Philo Birds. Of course it's Philo Birds. Why would it ever be anything other than Philo Birds? Just casual 24 on turn 1 here. Oh my god, dude. Please calm down. Garbage cards. Wait, what did we get upgraded? What the hell did... Oh, lesson upgraded itself. Excellent. Almost tempted to take an evaluate plus here. But that just can't be right. I mean, okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 real cards. Like, we're just not ever going infinite here. It's just not happening, unfortunately. Like, we'd have to get a ton of removals in these events. Oh, lesson learned is not real. Okay, yeah, no, you're right. 4, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, okay, lesson learned is not real. You're correct. Yeah, I probably don't want to take an evaluate, though. It's pretty cringe. Oh, flex potion we definitely take over fire. Certainly. Yeah, I like keeping the fairy around here. Duplicate a card in your deck. That's kind of awkward, actually. Normally, I would have something that I would want to duplicate right now, but I actually don't. Maybe Cut Through Fate Plus is actually the dupe target here? It's, yeah, Second Eruption is, like, close. I think it's probably Cut Plus, though. Mental Fortress we click. Apotheosis sucky. Probably removing a strike over a defend now. Especially with the Cut Through Fate. We could have had a sick Divinity deck, by the way. Like, actually completely sick Divinity deck. Medical Kit could be kind of nice, actually. Enlightenment is, like, almost a thing with the Vigilance. If our deck was smaller, I would probably consider it. The middle relic is Damaru, and if you're on PC, you can mouse over it yourself. Yeah, at the start of your turn, gain 1 mantra. Yeah, Medical Kit is pretty good. It's pretty good for Nemesis. It's pretty good for the Heart. I mean, Medical Kit is 2 removes, right? Yeah, Medical Kit is 2 removes. It means that we only need to get to 10 real cards, which, I mean, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we need 4 more removes. But, yeah, Medical Kit's probably good. I agree. Toxic Egg is obviously bad when we have Lesson Learned. Apotheosis is obviously bad when we have Lesson Learned. The rest of this stuff is not great. We have Flex Potion to deal with any troubles that the elites can pose to us. So yeah, I think we're just fine here. This run looks pretty good. Yeah, it's solid. I mean, we swapped into Pyramid. We have Energy. We have a Mental Fortress. We have decent supplemental blocks. We have Lesson Learned. It's a solid run. It's definitely a solid run. I'm definitely not playing that great today. But it is what it is. Yeah. I don't think we need to buy anything right now. Okay, Okay, avocado in the question mark. Sick. Probably just take the defend here, right? Defend, defend, defend. Take 7. Just fine. This does mean that we don't have any blocks now, but we do have Mental Fortress, right? So... Oh, I might have missed lethal there. No, I don't think so, actually. Okay, meditate is interesting because it is technically a 1-cost calm card. It also means that we can get our eruption back. It's a little bit weird with pyramid. But it does significantly increase our output potential on any given turn, because of the fact that it's a 1-cost calm card. Boss swamp in a 17-card deck? Yeah. We're kind of going a little off the rails with this one, for sure. Notably, Meditate doesn't help us on turn 1, which is currently our weakest turn, by far. So that's definitely something to consider. Yeah, no, the options were really bad. It was colorless card, 6 max HP, and lose all gold for a rare card. So, terrible options. And we do have double cut through fate. Yeah, it's probably just good. Remove a card or upgrade all. Yeah, this is pretty clearly remove a card. Because upgrade 2 defends, like, whatever. There's a question of removing strike versus defend, though. Like, turn 1s, if we're getting attacked, we want to draw blocks. But the defends are unupgraded, which is kind of awkward. Remove Flurry? No. Flurry is very good here. Flurry is really good with Ornamental Fan. It's really good with all of our stance changing stuff. Yeah, Flurry is very good. Upgrade all, so lesson learned can't hit them. Remove Watcher. Yeah. Yeah, I want my lesson to hit my better stuff, right? Flower. Thanks for the gifty to Byron. Appreciate you. Yeah. We can always add, like, more better block cards if we need them. And the Philo Stone is a is a consideration, and the fact that we have no sustain relic so far. But we do have, like, Fairy here, so I think we're okay. We don't really have a good potion to protect us against bad draws, though, is the problem. Okay, Gremlin Leader first is quite nice. Only taking 5 here on turn 1. We have taken a lot of damage because of this Philo Stone, though. Like, a lot of damage. Ugh. Okay, Talk to the Hand is obviously pretty good. Bottled Lightning, I think we just bottle Empty Mind, right? Yeah, we just bottle Empty Mind. For more draw on turn 1. We could also bottle, like, Vigilance, technically. Weak Potion is interesting as well. We probably take Talk to the Hand, right? I mean, it's just, like, so much block. It's pretty silly not to take Talk to the Hand. Yeah. Scrawl, right? Somebody said something about bottling Scrawl. But yeah, I mean, Empty Mind is probably just fine. Once it gets upgraded, it's, like, draw 2 extra on turn 1 for 1 energy, which is probably pretty positive in this deck. Does Bottle Lightning protect against falling? Yeah, it does. It does do that. I like our current potions. Cool. I think with the Talk to the Hand now, the defense get way worse. This is like 150 gold for a card remove, though. 150 gold for a card remove is a lot. Because we have the membership card, of course. Yeah, it's probably still worth it. You bastard cleric. You absolute rat bastard. I cannot believe that you've done this. Oh, God. Well, there it is. There it is. We can still remove at this shop, though, and we probably should. If we remove a strike, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 real cards. So we'd only be 2 removes. Well, we technically would need, like, either Lotus or, like, we're close, though, to stuff. I mean, we can do stuff here. If we remove enough cards, we don't need Scrawl. Yeah, true. Yeah, I would probably remove Strike over Defend now. This road is pretty scary, not gonna lie. Like, Spicy Book or Slavers? Like, I don't know. I mean, we do technically have the Fairy here, but... MX is also a relic on offer. True. And we should have thought about shop chance, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15% chance for a shop here. Should have thought about shop chance with the courier. No, yeah, the 999 gold event is in Act 3. I mean, Nemesis is not as much of a deal because we have medical kit, so I'm not really scared of anything in Act 3. And I'm just wondering if, like, maybe this path is a little bit too scary. I guess we'll go to the chest and we'll find out, right? I mean, if there's a chance that we die on this path, we shouldn't do it. And I mean, this is spicy slavers or book, right? Like this fight is not a walk in the park. And then we have to fight another elite and 2 normals behind that, and we have like effectively, you know, maybe 40 HP or something like that with the fairy, and we don't have a really high potion chance. Yeah, Sundial is gone. What relic makes you comfortable choosing that path? Meat on the bone. Meat on the bone, maybe like fossilized helix. I mean, we can't see bag of prep, but probably bag of prep would do it. There's maybe others that I'm not thinking of right now. Lizard tail, probably, yeah. Philo strength book, yeah, exactly. Philo strength book. 5 extra strength. My dude hits for 12 times... No. What is it? Strength book is 3. No, it's 4 extra strength. So he hits for 11x. Yeah, that's pretty terrifying, right? Yeah, anchor maybe would be pretty good. But like, you know, strength slavers, like this is scary. This is really scary. I mean, what are the odds? Pretty high. Pretty high. It's a 1 in 8 to see strength book there. Bowling bash for slavers. Keck W. You always remove in this shop, right? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah. I mean, I think it's always remove, and it's always remove strike. The question that we have to ask ourselves here is... how comfortable are... I mean, we should just choose the option that doesn't die, right? I mean, we move on, right? Because we can't do anything else here. So we move on, we go to the chest, we see what's in here. Question card. Okay, we probably don't key question card, especially with Omamori. Curse key is something that we can absolutely take here, no problem. Take long to make decisions. I'm sorry. My bad that I want to make the right decisions when I'm going for my 29th win in a row. How to streak on Watcher. Choose the option that doesn't die. Please play. Wait till you watch a life coach stream, yeah. Move on. Yeah, so I just think that this Spicy Elite's a bit too scary. It's just a bit too scary for me. How many more upgrades do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 upgrades. Oh, yeah, I think we take question card. We take question card, we probably go to the fights, is my idea here. Or do we want to go... I mean, apparitions are still, like, completely bonkers for us, right? Apparition's really good. We talked about it. The only Act 2 event that's bad is, Well, I guess if it's another shop, then we're really sad. But like the only X2 event, and the only event really period that can be that bad for us is vampires. So yeah, maybe we'll just go here. Okay, what about keying strawberry? Nice gold, by the way. What about keying strawberry? I mean, strawberry, maybe Phylostone strawberry is, like, potentially a consideration. We are also pretty low, so... I mean, it's probably the key. It's definitely probably the key. Yeah. Strawberry's not good. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God. What an absolute moron, by the way. Imagine not attacking me on turn 1. The fool. Thanks for that follow, friend. How much is this? 19? Yeah, these cards pretty much suck. Foresight's not really great when your deck is this small. I mean, this deck pretty much wins already. We don't need that much more scaling to turn this deck into an instant win. I'd like to see Mental Fortress. Like, if we get Mental Fortress and Talk to the Hand upgraded, all we need is, like, one more of either of these and a dupe pot, and we probably just win the run. We are not dealing a ton of damage currently. It would be nice to get something that would augment our damage, but... Well, and realistically, we can still even potentially go infinite, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12... We only need 2 more removals to go infinite, if we get, like, Lotus and Rushdown. Very similar run right now. You'll find Rushdown after Act 4 elites? Okay, good to know. Ooh, the Knight. The Knight... Murderer or Noodles? EV versus consistency. So, technically speaking, the expected value of this is much higher. Any Noodles enjoyers? It's been a while since I've seen the Joust. Yeah, technically, because this is basically 30% of 250, right? And this is 70% of 100. 70% of 100 is obviously 70. 30% of 250 is 75. Moral victory must be considered. Alright, moral victory time. Ugh, unfortunate. Unfortunate. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. It's the slavers. We're getting weakened here on turn 1, which is not cool. I think we need to keep follow-up for the damage next turn. We're taking 17 plus 15. Which is... how much? 32? And Vigilance blocks for 33, so we live on 1. EV is a trap for one-off choices, yeah. We live on 1, right? 17, 15, 32, 33, live on 1. Okay, so this turn is pretty much undeniably the Flex Potion turn. We do not want to mess around with these guys. This is, by the way, why we didn't go this way. This is 100% why we decided not to go this way. Because this can happen. We should definitely be thinking here, but thinking is Giga Cringe. Okay, so here's another wallop. If we're worried about blocking at all, then wallop could be something that saves us. Bottles, yeah. Falling Proof Eruption. No, not really necessary to do that, I don't think. Yeah, I don't really see it as necessary to do that. We could bottle a cut-through fate here. I could definitely see that being a thing. If we end up on 4 energy, we're gonna be pretty happy. We do not have Talk to the Hand for block against Automaton, by the way. And I mean, we should be able to block quite a bit on the Hyper Beam turn, though. Bottle Talk to the Hand is certainly a consideration, yes. But I think that Bottling Cut is probably better. Bottle Talk to the Hand is really only good against the Heart, specifically. And we have Centennial Puzzle versus the Heart. We've gone to so many question marks and haven't used our Omamori yet. Kind of funny. Yeah, if we're gonna bottle something, it should probably be cut. And cut is definitely a reasonable thing to put in the bottle. What about weave with 2 cuts? We have 2 cuts, and we have ornamental fan. Weave's gotta be pretty good, right? Especially, like, we have Meditate to help us recur Eruption here. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of deck that just isn't going to need the infinite in order to scale. We're just not gonna need the infinite. I mean, we have good block with Ornamental Fan and like Flurry, and if we take this Weave, it's also block and it's damage scaling, you know. And we also have like Empty Mind and Cut Through Fate. Yeah, let's just take it. Okay, please don't attack me. Okay, only one is attacking. That's hopefully good. We want to draw into block. We want to draw into block. Okay. Meditate is block with... Oh, wait, we can't play Meditate and Mental Fortress. Okay, so we bottom decked both blocks. Cool. I guess we're taking Fairy. Yeah, I mean, if we had drawn into either one of these, we needed to draw into the defend then, but it is what it is. That's what the fairy's for. Okay, Inner Peace. Yeah, probably, right? We only have Empty Mind and Eruption for exits. But... Inner Peace is, like, a good energy. Can give us draw. Yeah, we couldn't block with Fan, unfortunately. I don't know, there might have been something. I'm definitely not playing my best right now. Inner Peace just doesn't help us on turn ones, and turn ones are the scariest turn for us right now. Like, we really want to find, like, this deck more than normal, benefits from, more than normal benefits from, like, a Vault or a Scrawl. I mean, obviously Vault and Scrawl is always good, right? But this deck is, like, it's even better. It's even better. We could have played Talk to the Hand if we had cut into it, maybe. Yeah. I mean, Inner Peace has to be good, right? And we don't have the Rushdown yet, and if we find more exits, like if we find another Empty Mind, which we're probably taking, it's good. Yeah, it's gotta be good. There's no way it's not good. Okay, so do we rest here, or do we upgrade the Empty Mind? What's up, my dude? I love that. And we don't have a great ability to block in this fight, right? Like to block on the big turn is what I mean. We basically just have Mental Fortress and Halt. Halt blocks for 18. If we switch stances like 4 times, that's 24. 18 plus 24 is 42. And then we get some like fan procs. I mean, I guess we're probably completely fine, right? But with Lesson Learned, there's really no... I mean, we don't have any potions, which is pretty scary. That's the thing that worries me most right now, is that we have 0 potions. Which, yeah, kind of sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's probably just safer to do this. I don't... Like, we're gonna get the... Like, the upgrades are gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this... Like, this upgrade doesn't really do that much in this fight. This upgrade doesn't really do much in this fight. Like, yeah, let's just play it safe. We have to draw into Ascender's Bane eventually. We need to kill these guys, of course. I think we're okay. I think maybe the rest was a bit foolish. Yeah, Omniscience is okay. Like, Omni Talk to the Hand, Omni Mental Fortress are, like, both very real. Deva Form is, like, kind of a thing-ish, but not really. Yeah. Yeah. See, it was actually a misplay to go to Elites early in this run, because we could have gotten these cards before getting the bottle. Yeah, the Daviform beta art is very pretty. I like it a lot. Scrawl beta art is also funny. Omniscience is like, I don't know, marginally a thing. It's decent. It doesn't really help that much with our turn ones, though. Let's just take Scrawl. Scrawl's the thing that helps most with our turn ones. Okay, P-boxing 3 things. House for 100 gold, a potion, and max HP. And a look at a card reward. And the upgrade doesn't really matter, but everything else is pretty pog, actually. Obviously not Snecko. If we had taken Deva form, Snecko would have been funny, but probably still not good. So it's really just, do we want 3 transforms, or do we want a potion, a card reward, and 100 gold? Didn't we take a house yesterday? Did we take a house yesterday? I mean, I definitely take houses a lot. I mean, the 3 transforms are not, like, completely insignificant, you know? I mean, we can still think about, like, Rushdown. I mean, Rushdown probably just wins us the run anyway, right? We're kind of already at that point. What if we transform into Rushdown? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel you on that one. I definitely feel you on that one. Byron, please make the command. Oh my god, that's so good. House seems like a comfy choice. Yeah. There's also no... Like, we still have to take the green key here, so there's no guarantee that, that we get to even shop. But we do have Omamori. 999 Golders, anyone? Shrimping for Pitor? Yeah, First Cycle of the Heart is also, like, kind of scary, but we do have Mental Fortress and Talk to the Hand and Pyramid to kind of help us out with that. We also have, like, Medical Kit, which is really good against the Heart. Oh my god. 100 gold is 1 remove. Kind of. You guys are funny. I love it. I love it. Yeah, this is tough, actually. I mean, the transformed cards are guaranteed to... the transformed cards are guaranteed to, what am I saying? To... be upgraded, right? Because we only have 1, 2, 3 upgrades left. And, like, we're obviously getting 6 upgrades. Even if we take a couple cards, like, 8 upgrades is not out of the question here with the lesson learned. No, they don't keep the upgrade. If you transform an upgraded card, it will transform into an unupgraded card, unless, of course, you have an egg. We could get 3 judgments, and then what? True. But the strikes and defends are doing, like, effectively nothing here. They're really not. So it's just the question of, do we value 3 transforms, or do we value 1 card reward from... And the potion. The potion is also a thing, for sure, from the house. And, like, 100 gold. 100 gold is not, you know, is not any, like, small amount. It's really not. I mean, the reality of the situation is that both of them probably win comfortably. That's the reality of the situation. Isn't the defend one of only, like, 2 block cards that you have? Yes and no. The vast majority of our block is actually coming from, like, ornamental fan and yeah, like, talk to the hand and mental fortress. So we don't really need to worry about that. What does actually slightly concern me right now is time eater. We don't really have we don't have a deck that is that great against time eater. We don't have any, like, big damage cards. We don't have any strength scaling at all. So yeah, we need some kind of damage scaling in this act. We just need a little bit of damage scaling and a little bit of block scaling, I think, to be completely set here. Fasting. I mean, if we see, like, pellets fasting in a store, I would probably consider it. Oh, I forgot that the vigilance is unupgraded. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'd have 7, 5, 6, 7 here. Upgrades. Yeah, it's quite difficult to say. It's quite difficult to say. I have a feeling that the box is just correct. Yeah, I have a feeling that the box is just correct. Okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, we got an exhaust. Prey is not excellent, but we can actually use it to go into divinity, and, like, double interpiece is not awful. We probably are looking for, like, another exit now. Like, I wouldn't mind a tantrum here. Okay, so the Spicy Elite's really late. Unfortunately, we can't really go... Well, we could go to, like, 1, 2, 3, 4 question marks before this shop, and in search of 999 gold. But then we can't even really spend the gold. Thoughts on Snecko and Watcher in general? Excellent question. Generally speaking, the only time when I think that Snecko is a legitimate pick on Watcher is if you are coming out of Act 1, you have a good deck for Snecko. Like, you have some Snecko positive cards, like, for instance, you might have a Sands of Time, you might have a Wheel Kick, you might have a Meditate, that kind of thing. Wallop, right? And you see Snecko, obviously, against garbage. If it's Snecko over garbage and you have a decent deck for Snecko, then you just click Snecko because you're probably going to win. Like, a decent deck for Snecko is just really good. So yeah, I mean, we could take four shots here at Mind Bloom into this shot. How good is that? I have no idea. Also, I mean, our turn ones should be a lot better now, because we get through a significant portion of our deck with Cut Through Fate, Empty Mind. We also have Double Inner Peace now, and we have Deus Ex to give us some energy early on. So our turn ones should get much better now. What about Madness? Madness might even actually be a consideration here. But also, like, fights are good because we need upgrades. But there are fights in the question marks, right? There's Double Orb Walker, there's, yeah. Are you safe from falling? Yeah, I mean, pretty much. We're not infinite or anything, so, you know, basically, I mean, the worst possible cards would be, like, Eruption would be the worst attack. We only have one power, so Mental Fortress, and then, like, the most important skill in the deck is probably... It can't take Empty Mind because it's in a bottle. So the most important skill is probably, like, Scrawl or something like that. And, I mean, we can give up Scrawl. It sucks, but we can do it, you know? It's not like, the complete end of the world if we give up Scrawl. And we even can still go infinite here. Like, let's talk about real cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We need 3 removes, and we need to see a rushdown, but that's not actually that unlikely to happen. Like, we can get a remove here. We only need, like, 1 remove in an event and seeing a rushdown, and we're just infinite still. Yeah, what are the methods that you can use to remove with a bottle, Byron? I actually don't know. Like, note to yourself? Naloth the bottle, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, Empty Cage Lab, P-Box technically, sure. Augmenter event, oh, Ranwood, interesting. 999 courier and you're infinite? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, let's just go... So this turn 1, by the way. Okay, Ancient Potion makes me feel a lot better about the heart fight, although not so much with the Odd Mushroom. It does something with the Odd Mushroom, but not a lot. Consecrate is not necessary. Sash Whip, we probably don't need it. Weakness is definitely nice when you're not infinite versus the Philo Heart. But we have a lot of ways to gain a massive amount of block here, so we're kind of just vibing, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just vibing here. We really don't need, we don't need this. Okay, so we could take the Warped Tongs here for an Omamori charge. But... oh, interesting. We could actually do triple here, go to this shop, and then come up here. I didn't really see that. I mean, it does hit the miracles, technically. But I'd probably rather just, like, save Omamori charges. Appraise the card from Shield and Spear. Yeah, Miracles upgrade, but... I mean, we're probably just gonna be spending the Miracles anyway. I don't know, I'll just take an actual upgrade. We probably want to upgrade, like, the Talk to the Hand. Well, if we're duping a card, we're duping Mental Fortress, right? We're not duping Talk to the Hand, so it's not even that relevant to think about the dupe target here. It doesn't really matter what we upgrade. It's pretty close to being irrelevant. I guess we'll just do, like, Vigilance first or whatever. It's... yeah. Okay, so this turn one sucked. Ow. Another inner piece? What about a prostrate? Prostrate plus? I mean, it doesn't matter because it would get upgraded anyway, but prostrate with the prey, we can actually kind of do some divinity stuff here. That probably gives us, like, the energy block. It probably just gives us, like, all the scaling that we need. We just go divine on, like, any turn that's scary, and it probably kills Time Eater as well. We have so much draw. It's gotta be good. Gotta be good. Yeah, this also has to be good. Flash of Steel, maybe. Purity is hilarious. Deep Breath is also kind of funny. Trip is also kind of funny. Violence is also kind of funny. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. It would be Flash of Steel here if it was anything. Which is really only detrimental in, like, Time Eater specifically. Purity, I mean, we could do, like, we could technically take, like, double Madness Purity. Or, I guess, one Madness and Purity. But, like, it's not actually that good. The thing that we really care about here is just turn 1. We want our turn 1s to be as consistent as possible, and so we really don't want to add a whole bunch of stuff that's going to make our turn 1s worse. Yeah, if anything, it would be Blind. Because being able to apply Weak here is very good, especially against, like, Philo Heart and against Time Eater. And it costs 0. Deep Breath is also kind of cute. With the Prostrate, you can do some fun stuff with Deep Breath. Is it actually that good? Eh. Trip is also good. Trip is just, like, good damage scaling. But with Divinity, I think we're, like, completely fine on damage scaling. Heck yeah, we have Divinity. We're just chilling here. Kind of hard chilling, honestly. I mean, the only thing that we need to make sure to do is go here. We probably want to go to a store relatively soon. We're kind of low, but we are always going to be able to rest one time, so I'm not super concerned. It'd be Flash of Steel, if it was anything. And... yeah, I mean... it's hard to imagine Flash of Steel being bad with Talk to the Hand Ornamental Fan. It's only bad against Time Eater, but now that we have Divinity, I really don't think that Time Eater's a problem. So... sure, we can take Flash of Steel. I like going this way. Yeah, we can still get 999 gold here. Or we can use an Omamori charge on this, which I guess is what we're doing. Healing 14's not even that bad. So yeah, we probably want to go to a shop here. We have 360 gold. We're gonna have more than that. We're gonna have like 400 gold when we go into the shop. So, yeah. Okay, it is Nemesis, and we are getting burned on turn 1. We somehow thought that this wasn't going to be an issue because we have Medical Kit and Pyramid, and I pretty much agree with that assessment, so... let's actually keep Prostrate, yeah? Thanks for that follow, friend. And to you as well. Yeah, 45 is a lot, but we should be fine here. Oh yeah, Andy's weak, by the way. I mean, Divinity just does absolutely disgusting amounts of damage. Divinity vulnerable? Probably not. Horncleats, not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. We have quite a few upgrades that we need to get now. How many upgrades do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get 5 upgrades, right? Spoon with medkit? Yeah. Spoon medkit is very annoying, for sure. I just don't need this. Okay, Melange could actually be kind of funny, but it's probably not good. Master Reality Deus Ex? Pog? Giga Combo? Master Reality Prey? Preserved Insect. If we think we're going to struggle with Act 4 elites, we could take Preserved Insect. I don't think we're going to struggle with Act 4 elites, so I don't think it's worth it to take that. Anything else here? Anything else that we have going on for us? I don't really think so. If we're removing, what are we even removing here is a pretty decent question to ask. It's probably like... It's probably not Lesson Learned, right? Lesson Learned still has a job to do. What about Second Inner Piece? Is Second Inner Piece actually good? With the Divinity stuff, maybe. With the Divinity stuff generating energy, it could be. Yeah, it would probably be Follow-Up, I guess. But Follow-Up is, like, our biggest damage card against Time Eater. Follow-Up does more damage than anything else in our deck. Yeah, the Hairball Relic. Yeah, whenever you shuffle your draw pile, scry 3. These potions are not spectacular. Stance Potion isn't that great either, by the way, but... I mean, Ambrosia's pretty frickin' nuts, I suppose. But with against Time Eater, we really shouldn't have any problems, because we have Divinity, and we also have Weakness, and Weakness is pretty massive in that fight. What's the plugin that shows extra relic info? It's a Twitch extension and in combination with a mod called Slay the Relics. We don't. We have Pognu and Pogka as our bosses here, which are not going to be a problem. MERLS61? That's funny. Yeah, it's still too early to remove Lesson Learned. And, like, genuinely, I don't think that there are any other cards in the deck that are bad. Like, I mean, we just added these three. We're obviously not removing them. It would be like, I think it would be Inner Peace minus or follow-up if we were going to remove. It's really awkward to go to a shop here and just, like, not have anything that you want to remove. But I genuinely don't feel like I want to remove anything in this store. Does Melange allow for potential infinite due to the scry? No, because you always draw the cards and then you scry. So it's you would hope that Melange would do cooler things than it does, but it does not, unfortunately. Excellent question though. Yeah, because the way that works is like you draw your hand and then you're scrying, and it's just weird, and it doesn't do what you'd like it to do. Are we considering this Ambrosia? Yeah. The thing is that Ambrosia gets a lot worse when we just have Divinity in our deck already. We also have a massive amount of reach on turn 1 here with like Calms, with like double Inner Peace. I think I don't even want to remove. Yeah, I mean, if anything, I think we'd remove follow-up. If we were going to remove anything, it would probably be follow-up. And, I mean, I suppose follow-up is I mean, it can go. The only fight where it really hurts us to get rid of follow-up is Time Eater. But like I said, I don't think that we're going to have a massive issue with Time Eater, given the fact that we have access to Divinity and Weakness. Deus Ex bricks draw and cost card plays. You're not entirely wrong. The thing with Deus Ex is that we don't have a billion energy early on. And we have Bottled Empty Mind, Bottled Cut Through Fate. So that makes Deus Ex a lot better. And especially with Scrawl as well. But I mean, we have, like, you know, we're in a very good position here. I mean, it is 75 gold. We can't encounter a shop here, but we can encounter a shop here, technically. Don't like insect? No, not really. I don't see us having a problem killing any of the elites in Act 3, really. So yeah, I don't think insect is that great. And I don't see us having a problem killing the Act 4 elites either, if that's the other question being asked. Yeah, follow-up just bricks early draws. It's probably fine to get rid of it. And we still have plenty of money to do something else at a store if we need to. Wow, ceramic fish, amazing. Wow, eternal feather, amazing. Wow, giant head, amazing. And if this prey was upgraded, we'd be divine this turn. Oh, we actually can go divine this turn, although we probably don't want to. Is this deck good? Can somebody tell me whether or not this is good? Feel as though it might be strong. There might just be a slight chance. Also, Blood Vial, wow, Pog. The relics this run have been pretty cringe, honestly. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you count boss relics, the relics have been pretty good. Once the follow-up got out, the deck went off. I mean, it wasn't really the follow-up getting out. It was just, like, that was the first fight that we've actually fought that, you know, didn't put any statuses into our deck, and we could actually show our true power. Yeah, this... the only thing we would maybe even begin to consider here would be Empty Fist, just because of how much damage it does, but... yeah, it's not really a big deal. Oh, look, it's the Rushdown card. Do we still take that? How close are we now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, yeah, we're nowhere near. Thanks for the gifty flower. Congratulations, Bishop, on your gift sub. Secret Technique's pretty good. Rushdown's probably not bad, honestly. Like, it's probably not bad. Here to snipe people, I know. Well, I appreciate it as always. Oh my god, it's on sale! It's beckoning! Alright, we click it. We click it, we click it, we click it. Still probably infinite somehow? I mean, it's probably close, yeah. Yeah, with the extra draw from Rushdown and, like, the Divinity stuff, and we have, like, double calm, and, yeah, I mean, we're very close to maybe just straight up being infinite. You're not wrong. Do we want to remove something now? No, we probably just save money for Act 4 shop. We could do Secret Technique here. Secret Technique for Scrawl, to get Scrawl more consistently. Wait a minute. Okay, here's a funny thing. Secret Technique can get Deus Ex into your hand as the card and not the miracles. When you Secret Technique Deus Ex, the miracles don't happen. Remove Vigilance? No, I don't like removing Vigilance because Vigilance allows us to do the inner peace thing. Meme play, exactly. How does it go away, though? Well, if you have Pyramid, it doesn't. It just stays there like a curse. Flower gifted a sub, I need to buy Happy Flower. Interesting idea. Interesting idea. With Clockwork Souvenir, or with Ancient Potion, I think Clockwork Souvenir gets a lot worse. Thanks for that follow, friend. We also have Odd Mushroom that stops us from being Vuln versus the Heart, but... Comfy at the shop. Thanks for that follow, friend. Maybe the best removal is Prey, and we just try to go Divine with one Prostrate? Nah, that can't be correct. I'm thinking if we were to remove now, we'd probably remove, like... Oh, I don't even know. I mean, that's whatever. Like, everything wins now, right? Maybe Secret Technique is the thing to, like, do the anti-brick. Sure. And we'll save for Act 4 shop, I guess, again. We can recall now and fight the Spicy Ely, of course. Yeah. I mean, we'll save for Act 4 shop. It's fine. Okay, Scary Snake Lady is here. Look at that Deus Ex. Oh my god, it's gaming so hard. Thanks for that follow, friend. If this Prey was upgraded, we would be Divine on turn 1. We probably just have a kill on the Reptomancer here. Oh my god, probably. Huh. Probably. How about a kill with, like, 6 energy and 1,000,000? Oh my god. That's so OP. The OP-ness. Imagine counting, honestly. Honestly could not be me. Stone Calendar, another fairly useless relic. Wait, Ceramic Fish gained us 18 gold. That's pretty nuts. OP-ness, yes, exactly. I see infinites now as cringe. Yeah. I mean, you know, if you have stuff that wins the run, you have stuff that wins the run. Simple as that. Stone Calendar is what got you the record-winning kill? That's actually true. Bring back Divinity Watcher. I mean, it's very, very strong. We didn't exactly get Bottled Scrawl to replace the Bag of Prep, but yeah, I mean, Bottled Empty Mind, Bottled Cut Through Fate is kind of disgusting here. We don't need any of this. Complete garbage. Uh-oh. Triple Jawworm alert. Oh, look, it's Bottled Scrawl. Oh, we didn't draw into Deus Ex. Interesting. Garbage cards. We could, like, if we were scared of Time Eater, we could take Sands of Time here, but I just really don't think that there's any reason to be concerned with Time Eater. Again, with weakness, with, you know, we could even save Talk to the Hand for second phase if we're actually super scared. I mean, our potions aren't really doing anything against Time Eater. I guess Fear Potion is probably better than Stance Potion for Time Eater specifically. So, like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Fear Potion is pretty schnasty versus Time Eater. Sure, whatever. I'll take Fear Potion. We can... Like, Fear Potion's better for Time Eater, which is the only thing that we're concerned about here, and we can buy a potion in Act 4 shop for Act 4. Let's not take this stuff. It's, well, resting doesn't make any sense. Oh, I guess if Secret Technique gets hit by Lesson Learned, it's a little weird. Let's just upgrade the Rushdown. It's probably the best thing to upgrade right now. Just being able to play it for free is pretty good. Is this deck good? Someone maybe want to help me out there? Alright, the turn is finally over. Finally over. That was with Lesson Learned in hand, by the way. But just remember, everyone, just remember, Divinity decks are too slow. Divinity decks are too slow. Oh, it's not even time meter, sick. Okay, here's the real question. Can we game ethically? Any ethical gamers in the chat? Scrawl is bottled, by the way. Imagine having Shuriken, yeah. So you're saying only upgraded good Watcher cards is a good deck? Interesting. Indeed. Unethical gaming only? I mean, I'm kind of down to not game ethically, honestly. Uh-oh. The miracles. When to ethical game? Usually when you're infinite, right? That's the general rule. Oh man, this fan is kind of popping off. I'm a fan of the fan, you know what I'm saying? Alright, can we, like, draw Mental Fortress, though, please? Oh right, let's draw a lesson learned, I guess. Thanks again for making me incredibly excited about Slay the Spire. I really appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. But have you heard of fan death? Wait, what is fan death? As a result of running an electric fan in a closed room. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember reading something about that. It's like a big thing in Asian countries, I think. I think it's more popular in Asia. It's like a total myth. It's a Korean thing. Okay, yeah. Can you imagine how insane this deck would be with a Nunchaku? And there might be some kind of... I think we might have some kind of infinite loop here. If I can demonstrate an infinite loop, then we can call this run an infinite win. Yeah, we're gaining energy, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is infinite. It's like weird, but I'm fairly certain that it is. It might take some finesse in execution as well, but... mentally already in the 30th streak run? Yeah, I mean, mentally, we're definitely not 100% here. This run I have not played that well, honestly. Whoa, Seki Lala, thanks for the Prime sub. Appreciate you, gamer. I hope I'm saying that right. Yeah, seems right. I have, like, I think all streamers have a fear of mispronouncing people's names, but it's just, like, inevitable. The comments of... Actually, the comments of my Reddit post were pretty wholesome. I was expecting a lot worse, truthfully. Also very nice that we don't have any setup relics this run. Because I'm still writing mine. Nice. Oh, Secret Technique is the only thing that we don't have upgraded. We probably don't want Secret Technique to be upgraded, right? So, we'll just rest here, and then actually not lesson learned on purpose. Oh look, it's Rushdown. Oh look, it's a Wave of the Hand. Oh look, it's... We definitely don't need that, by the way. Probably Energy Potion is better than Fear Potion here. Why wouldn't we want it upgraded? Because it's a card in the deck and it makes, like, looping through stuff harder. 169 Tungsten Rod, yeah, unfortunate that we don't have the Moolah. We don't have the Monies. Certainly if we remove, like, one card, we're definitely infinite, right? If like, with one removal, if we were doing that with one more removal, we should definitely be infinite. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break here. Just, get some water, use the restroom real quick, and then we'll be back for Act 4. Yeah, we could remove Lesson. I mean, Lesson gets out of the deck, so... I mean, it probably doesn't really matter that much what we do here, though, really. We don't really have to worry about Beat of Death at all, because we have, like, Ornamental Fan and whatever. Like, I'm not even trying to block in my loop, and I'm generating, like, 100 block a turn or whatever, so... Yeah, I mean, we're just totally vibing here. As long as we don't die to, like, first cycle of Heart, which is pretty difficult to do with, like, Weakness and blocking Vuln and Horn Cleat. Just hard. So yeah, I think we're in, obviously we're in great shape, right? I mean, if you've been watching the run, you know that we're in great shape, so. Yeah, it's just a matter of executing the store and then executing the final fights. We should be cruising here, so, yeah, I'll be back in just a minute. Okay. Boom. We're back. Alright, so major bag alert is some artifact strip against the elites. I think energy potion is clearly better than fear potion right now. Because we could be slightly energy limited on early turns of fights if the Deus Ex Machina is not drawn when we want it to be. What did we end up keying, by the way? Oh yeah, that's right, we keyed Strawberry. We didn't key... Yeah, we keyed Strawberry in Act 2. Which I think was fine. A fine key. And what did we take? We took Philo over Sozu? Yeah, that was definitely correct, right? Well... Yeah, I mean, Sozu would have caused us to take a lot less damage in Act 2, so we probably would have been able to save the potions, right? We would have been able to save Fairy and Flexpot, maybe even. If only we bought Chemex in Act 1, we could have had Chemex Transmutation. True. Very true. Yeah, so Fear Potion's gotta be energy over Fear. Pretty clear. Rushdown, I don't think Rushdown makes a lot of sense, just because our hand is usually really full already. We don't need to draw 4 cards with Rushdown. Energy Potion is better than Ghost in a Jar. Don't let anyone tell you different. With the Energy Potion, we definitely don't remove Cut Through Fate. If we're ever struggling to block, which is literally the only way that we can lose, Halt solves that issue. But, I mean, we're just not ever doing that. If anything were to be removed, it would be like Flurry or something. I don't know. I don't want to remove. I like the deck the way that it is. Let's just pick up Major Bag Alert here, yeah? Major Bag Alert... I mean, maybe Sling of Courage is, like, strictly better. But, whatever. Bag alert. Major Bag Alert. Alright, let's move on. Yeah, I mean, we didn't have enough money to purchase the rod anyway, so... We could have considered rod. Okay, this might actually be the better pattern for us, interestingly enough. Huh. Okay, so do we want to take puzzle here? We probably... There's no, like, convenient way for us to do that. We can just meditate stuff, right? The medical kit has actually been, like, really, really nice in this run. Very glad that we were able to purchase that. Yeah, not upgrading secret technique with lesson learned. I'm on it. I'm on it. Don't worry. We're on it. Divinity decks are too slow, by the way. I don't know if anybody has ever told you that, but, yeah. Just be warned, Divinity decks are way too slow. Just so that you don't ever make the mistake of making a Divinity deck in the future. Casually entering Divinity 3 times on turn 2 of Spear and Shield. No infinite this time? I'm pretty sure we are technically infinite. It's just like a really complicated and long loop that I don't even have to come close to executing because this is like a non-infinite turn where we gained 178 block and killed both of them. No, we don't want a lesson learned because the only card to upgrade is Secret Technique, and we actually don't want to upgrade Secret Technique. Okay, so now we're definitely super, super, super infinite. This thing makes us way infinite. We need to set up relics. Oh no. Yeah. So we probably trigger puzzle this turn. Talk to the Hand's obviously getting played. Oh, that's pretty nice, actually. It's also pretty nice. I'd like to draw Mental Fortress. Oh, Nunchaku, get in there. Get in there, Nunchaku. Alright, we're gonna top deck all the statuses, but also who cares? Watch tournaments in a row by the end of 2021. I mean, I'm probably not going to play any serious runs after this streak ends for a very long time. So either this streak will get to 50, or it probably won't happen. Dealing 200 damage and gaining 132 block while we're weak and frail. And we probably could have kept going, but no need to. Heart's only doing 34? Imagine only doing 34, by the way. What a complete loser. Yeah, it definitely seems like we're at least... I mean, with the Nunchaku, we're definitely infinite. We can count this as an infinite win. Like, I am positive that there is a loop here that is infinite. My lack of desire to execute that loop does not negate its existence. Thanks for that follow, friend. Nice. Totally intentional, by the way. Easy. Alright, well, when you swap into Runic Pyramid, good things happen. Thanks for the GGs, everyone.